Ça passé. Kianuye. How's everybody doing? Reason why I always start with Sac Passe, because those of you that I associate with, they always come back with Nabule. I have decided to do this last video tonight for two reasons. But before I go any farther, I'd just like to let the people in Haiti who don't speak English know that the message that I want to send out is solely to America. Kijanouye. Je fais live ça ce là. Je vais le faire en anglais. Nous-mêmes qui parlons anglais, cherchons un monde qui traduit pour nous. Parce que le message ça qu'on envoie là, c'est pour l'Amérique qui m'envoyer. OK? C'est dans ce cas-là, ça parle anglais, suivre. Et puis, Nathan dit pour faire avec ce mot qui est là. Parce que je vais présenter un boy ici là. I just sent out a message to let my people in Haiti know, those who don't speak English, that my intent is to go ahead on and have this last video in English. Because the message that I want to send out is to America. Actually, it's a question. Before I go any farther, I just want to let you know that I posted a video earlier today where we discussed about America, about what Haiti have done, what Haiti have contributed to the freedom of this country. But in a video, they talk about those individuals that they talked about, they're not around to articulate about the sacrifice they've made in this country. Fortunately, you have one proud Haitian right here that could tell you his contribution to this country. Fortunately, he's alive. Those of you who know me could judge that. But before I ask that question, I'd just like to go ahead and tell you a little bit about Ernest Bernard. When I came to America at 17 years old, my goal and dream was to be the best I could be, to live the American dream. I struggled. Trying to learn the English language was a struggle for me, but I was determined. And those of you who know me know what I mean by that, because the word challenge is exactly what I challenge myself. But at 17, going on to high school for 9 months to learn the English language, and I graduated with honor. Soccer. I contributed to soccer in this country here because back when I came in America, they didn't know anything about soccer, so therefore I played soccer in high school and in college. I graduated out of high school, going on to college, married my high school sweetheart, but I'm still married, by the way, 40-some years later. I joined the military. My ultimate goal was for me to go ahead on and establish security for my family, which I've done. Now, how did I do that? Well, as I told everyone, I don't know any Haitian that was born rich. And those who become rich, they've worked for it. They work hard. So imagine coming to this country, not knowing the language, and be able to overcome all the obstacles and be able to live the American dream. The reason why I say that, try to put yourself in my shoes. Who came into a country at 17 years old, never heard the word English before in his life. That's the challenge. Now, going into the military, after marrying my high school sweetheart, to want to have security for the family, I went into the military. Didn't know exactly what I was going to embark into, because I don't have anyone that's been in the military other than one cousin of mine. He was in the Navy. I went into the Army. It was a tough challenge because I was in my 20s. There was some young man, he was in the teens, have the military background, dad, and I didn't know anybody. I took the challenge pretty deep. Would I go ahead on and bore you with all that? I've completed parachute jump training, air assault training, jungle training, special forces training, and today, every soldier in the Army is combat life certified. I contributed to that and travel all over the world to teach that. Now, every unit in the military has a master fitness trainer. I contributed to that as well. I travel all over and do that. Every soldier is combat life certified. I've traveled all over and done that. And those of you who follow me on Facebook or who know me know what I'm talking about. But I will feel like a hypocrite having, as a Haitian, proud Haitian American, proudly served this country, who has 4,900 and some odd people follow me on Facebook. I would definitely feel like a hypocrite for me not to go out on and tell you exactly how I feel about the situation in Del Rio, especially when I reside in Texas for the last 30 years. Well, having said that, let me tell you what I've contributed to America. After completing all my training, medicine is something I've always wanted and love. But I must tell you that all my training in the military, I graduated with honor. Except the Super B course that unfortunately I'm used to. There's another story about that one. But yet, I managed not only to graduate with honor, but I was selected by the Department of the Army to be an instructor and teach everything that I've learned, from strategic, planning, operations, humanitarian, you name it, I've done it. Jump master, jumping out of airplanes, done all that. 900 plus jump, what do you think? But I've done all that with the American flag on my shoulder, proudly. Started out going on after all my training, going to Grenada, got popped in Grenada. I don't have a Purple Heart because I chose not to. I tore it up because I think it was a mistake committed outside. But after that, I've got them all. I've got them all. See? Bronze stars. Oh no. As a matter of fact, if you know anybody's got more than me, I'll give you $1,000. See? That's who I am. As a proud Haitian. Moving along. And guess what? Then I get sent to Germany. In 1982, 83, I was asked by the government for me to become a U.S. citizen. Why? Because I had to go onto the Berlin Wall. I have a piece of it right here in my house. Because of security clearance. And also, it'll be beneficial for me to get promoted. And what's my ultimate goal again? To be able to provide for my family. So I've tried to get all the training I could get to make more money to take care of my family. So my wife could go ahead on and be able to go to school and become what she is today. But she happened to be in charge in the clinic in oncology for the Army. See? I'm still contributing to the country, my family. And by the way, she's also from Haiti. Now, stayed in Germany, do all the training and missions, Czechoslovakia. I provide security there too. you name it. Travel all over Germany with training, Grafenwehr, tanker training, you name it. I'm well trained. I'm gonna tell you that, and I thank the United States Army for that. Trust me. That's why at my age, I challenge anybody. And those of you who know me, they know that. Bring it on. That Haitian man right here. See, you got to come from somewhere. But wherever you come from, you got to be proud of where you come from. That's who I am. I've been in this country 52 years. I didn't have to go out on and tell you how I feel about the situation over there, because some of us could care less. But if you don't know where you come from, then you don't know who you are. You have an identity crisis. Proud of who you are, wherever you come from, regardless. If all of us were feeling that way, they wouldn't have to be going to what we're going to today in this society. Because we're all part of the humankind, the human being, we all are. That's why when I talk, I always say, I'm a neutral guy. I'm a squad leader of the human race. That's who I am. I don't see black, white, blue, purple, green. If I had to pick any color, it'll be green, because that's the one, that's the survival color. But if you have skill and knowledge, it's not a problem, because it could easily make that. That's what I've done. Now, imagine being in Europe all these years. Who come back from Germany to the States and ship it on to Panama? Hey, you see? You know why? Because I'm good in what I did. I'm good in what I do. And the government knew that. So they used me to its max as an American soldier, which I'm proud to be. You understand? Now, I want you to put yourself in my position to see a man that's did 25 years in the military, in the army, for him to have to do all that. Okay? 9 to us on the battlefield. But before I get to that, since you'll follow me and listening to me, if you don't care, you could sympathize. If you can't sympathize, take it as an experience for yourself. Because you don't have to experience it to take it as your own. That's how you make it better in life. That's how you become the best you could be. In 1990, I was shipped again back to Germany just after going on Panama. Still doing missions. Because I've always been in Rapid Deployment Force. 82nd Airborne, 101st Airborne. That's who I make my jumps with. For Bragg, North Carolina. For combat jump is 500 feet. You only have one parachute, don't open, you kiss it goodbye. Okay? The highest I've jumped is 14,000 feet. That's when you have the timer in your arm and you're like Superman. I kind of missed that, by the way. Okay? I don't expect for you to understand me the way I feel, because not too many people have done what I've done. Not too many people have accomplished what I've accomplished. But it doesn't go to my head. You know why? It's my personal challenge. It's only one individual that I challenge is Ernie. Ernie Bernard, a proud Haitian. Moving along. I get shipped to Iraq. But between that, I need to tell you that I spent time in Egypt, the Sinai in Egypt. Multinational Forcing Observer. Israel, you name it. I trained with the Israeli force. Okay? This Haitian guy right here. 1991, the war kicked off, went on to Iraq. Fight the war. Moving one from Iraq, going on to Kuwait. Saddam Hussein decided to go ahead and drop some chemicals on us. I'm telling you. During the firefight. But we train for that. But we didn't have a map suit. What is a map suit? That's the thing you put to get chemical, a suit you put on it, that way the chemical doesn't get into your skin or anything. But you also put your protective mask on, which you have 9 seconds to put this guy to done your protective mask. Those of you who have been in the military, you know what I'm talking about. Well, 2 o'clock in the morning, there's a little machine called, I'm not going to call the name on that. It detects chemical attack. It went off. We trained for that. I done my protective mask, put it on, continue to fight. Now, what I'm telling you right here is very personal to me, but like I tell everyone, my life is an open book. You ask me, I shall tell you. 30 days later, all the hair on my body fell off till today. The only place in my body's got hair is my head, because I had my mask on. Till today, I'm paid. Sometimes I go to the beach before they looking at me, they think I shave my leg. Nowadays it's style, but but I remember those days. Okay, so those of you who know me, if you don't see no hair on me, on my arm and all that, it's because of that. Now, I might be exposed to something. Could I pick up something here that shorten my life expectancy? Yeah. Do I care? No, because I'm a soldier. When I raise my hand, just anything happen, boom, so be it. Fortunately, government say, hey, if I get popped, then my family get $250,000 with your tax on that. I know that. You see? It's just about love and care. I did 25 years. I didn't have to. I could have did 20 and retired. I was enjoying what I was doing. The commitment, the challenge, which is what I'm all about. But in Iraq, going back to Iraq, I did what I had to do. But if I tell you some experience that I've had in Iraq, it'll blow your mind. I'm not going to bore you with that, because my main thing is to go ahead and ask one question. This is why I'm going to go with it. But I will tell you a lot about how I feel about wars, about politics. Okay? But this is not the subject tonight. But I have treated Iraqis just like I've treated our own soldiers. I've seen Iraqis get burned up with oil after they set up for us, and so until today, it's still in my head. I'm going to tell you what kind of proud Haitian I am. I retired 19 years ago. I don't even have a VA card. I don't have a Medicare card. I don't have a Medicaid card. My medical record is just thick, just from injuries. See? That's who I am. A proud Haitian. Those of you who know me, I carry myself as such. Wherever I go, I want to make sure people look at me differently. As an exception. Not because I'm faking it. It's because that's the way I am. I never change. Will not change. Nothing will change me. Because I know who I am. I know who I was raised. I know where I come from. I know my culture. Yes, I'm a black man, but I was born and raised in the islands. So I carry myself like an island man. Yes. So in order to do that, you have to create a foundation for yourself where you don't become dependent by anyone. You call your own shot. Let them judge you. As long as you know who you are. Those of you who know me, I have never asked or depend on anybody, but I've helped. And I'm still helping. And will continue to help until my last breath. Because that's my mission in life. That should be yours as well. As a human being. As part of the humankind. Shouldn't have to let politics influence your feeling for nature as a human being. all the mission that I've done in the military, I've done for the United States, for your benefits, to keep you in power. And we know that. So we call it United States contributed. A lot of us have. So my ancestors, starting from Rochambeau, moving on up. I'm not going to bore you with the history of Haiti because I'm not a Haitian historian. I'm the Haitian guy that lived the life and was alive today to tell you about how he feels and how it is. Do you know, I come back from Iraq. What did y'all do? Back me up and ship me where? To Haiti. Operation Democracy in 1994. Letting these Haitian people believe that you were the savior. We all knew. I'm not going to violate my currents and what I believe. But we all know what we do. We all know the objective as to why we do it, to send power. But it's always better to share than to compare. That's what I do. I'm satisfied where I'm at. I share and I'm sharing. Sent me to Haiti in 94. All that time I've never been in contact with any Haitians in the military. 18 years. Went down there. I was in total shock. I donated a couple $1,000 just like days. I had to call home, ask for more money, which I was questioning, what did you do with your money? I was in a state of shock. In my 52 years in this country, I only went to Haiti 4 times. Last time was 7 years ago, 6 years ago. I know Haiti. I was raised there during the Papa Doc regime. I know how the country was. And when I see the way it is, it's not government that did that. The government is being told what to do, not knowing how to negotiate properly, secondary to lack of experience, and only see self. And you have taken advantage of that. Now, how that happened? How many ambassador? How many do you have in Haiti at the embassy? Why is Haiti being the 3rd or 4th largest? You have the 4th largest embassy in Haiti, but yet it's the poorest country in the world. See? How many of you know that? But the people in Haiti really thought in 1994 that we arrived down there to really save them. Until there was a little hurricane, and we have an engineer company there, and it needs that things are breaking down, and I have pictures where water was up to here, man. And we didn't take any action. 3 days later, we shipped the engineer company back. And that's when these folks are asking questions. Why did we come here? See? It's all manipulation. The corruption has been there for decades. The corruption has been there since the Papa Doc regime. That's where it started from. Working its way up. When I do live video, I talked about Haiti being a pearl with 3 legs. The last 60 years. And what do I mean by that? Stay with me. Let me break it down for you. You have 1 leg, you have Papa Doc and Baby Doc. That's 20-some years. Then you have another leg, which is Aristide, what you all put it there, with the converted dictatorship to democracy, which created mass confusion till today. But when he took over power, they put a coup, then he come back again. President Clinton say, okay, we're coming to Operation Democracy. That's just what happened. Yeah. I translated for Jesse Jackson in Haiti. So that's another 20 years between him and Preval. Preval is dead. I wish he can't come back because of a constitution. He did 2 terms. Boom. 2 legs went. Boom. So you have 1 leg left. What happened? President Moïse came. He got assassinated. Now who put President Moïse was President Martelly. He selected him to represent, passing the baton for him to continue on with the mission. So what do you have left? But according to the Constitution, one goes who passed the baton. President Martelly has 1 more shot, and that's the case. So what happens if he doesn't come up with that 1 more leg? Now the pearl crumbled. Yeah, I had a little problem with my battery here. I apologize for that. I just plugged it in. Moving right along. To get back to where Haiti is, so in between the 60 years, if you do look at the folks to try to migrate somewhere else, look at the age group. The oldest guy that you have, probably Aristide, he's probably my age. And we have President Martelly, who was there. How old is he? He's in late 50s, if not 60 years old, somewhere in there. But when these guys came into power, your embassy were already there. Oh. You know, you have people at the embassy speak Haitian Creole better than you. Why? But if you had a system where you could rotate them out the same way, you rotate me out every 3 years to go somewhere else, then they'll be able to sustain. Because when the one comes, as he's coming in, the one leaving will brief the other one and tell him what's going on. Then the cycle continue. They could rise. When you have the same guy, he already know the system. You know how much money coming in. You settle in, boom. You go back and see what I'm talking about. I'm not pointing fingers. History has it. But the reason why I'm articulating on this is because the folks that you have under the bridge at Del Rio, they didn't just leave Haiti and made it to that bridge overnight. I could tell you that. I think 7 different countries should try to make it here to make it into America. Which is the country of opportunity. This is how America is put together. Well, we know the history. I was fortunate enough to fly into Kennedy Airport. But these folks looking for a way. They done corrupted their government, so you have to find a way out. Now, why do I say that? Because you have not had anyone that come into power in Haiti that I think is competent enough, other than Martelly, and those who speak English, to talk to you. Which is what's going on right now. They have these people signing deportation papers, but they don't even speak English. They don't even read it. What does that mean? What happened to due process? It's exactly what they do in Haiti. The first signing papers, you don't know what they're signing. Actually, all the goals and uranium, everything is disappearing. Anybody know what's going on. But the guy that signed, he got his share. And that's how they won their government. When they want to get into power, they put a couple $1,000 and make these people happy, and then they go make millions. There's no fairness in that, guys. There's no fairness. But who caused it? When I go to war, if one of my guys get popped, 3 of them, who do you think is responsible for that? That's what I'm talking about. If you're in power, you take charge, and you equalize. That's called professionalism. When I'm on an airplane going on to a conflict, I didn't see war. But this country have not been in war since World War II. We stick our mouth where it don't belong, and the next thing you know, we end up with conflicts. That's what I call it. I call it conflicts. You're at war when everyone in that country's got a weapon and is defending themselves, like Israel, if they try to go ahead and bum rush them over there. See? You can't be at war, people at the beach. You know. You're not at war. You stick your mouth where it don't belong. Then you send guys like me to go ahead on out there and do whatever the mission is. And then with proud and integrity, being a soldier, go ahead on and do that. And what happens? We get popped. We get a flag handed to us, to the family. Hey, I've given it quite a few. Or when you retire, you get a wife that makes you a shadow box like this right here for you. Then what else do you have? You just go ahead and lay around. Y'all don't know what I go through on a daily basis, but I'm not looking for sympathy, okay? Because the main thing here is to tell you exactly, me as a Haitian American, that'll make me become a U.S. citizen. Now I'm proud to be one. But where I was born and raised at is still in me. That little piece of paper I signed, y'all take me down to immigration and next thing you know, I raise my hand, come back, and hand me a passport in American. Come on now. By law, yeah. But that's my people. That's why I'm born and raised. You know what I mean? Can anyone understand that? It's just me. Because I know I made a lot of jumps in my training. Sometimes a lot of people think I'm crazy. You know? So because y'all ain't dealt with too many of me. There's not too many Green Berets out there anyway. You should understand that. But learn from me. Pick up some of my values and principles. Don't see my skin color. Don't see my accent. See my professionalism and my knowledge and how good I am. And a lot of you know that. I've contributed to this country and I still am, even though after I retire. I can guarantee you, this Haitian guy right here, if anything wrong with your body, I could fix it. And those of you who follow me could give you some thumbs up on that. I'm good in what I do. I'm proud. Because I'm Haitian. Haitian American. I represent you. Why can't you represent me? Why you gotta treat my people the way you do, like dogs with a horse in you? You know how embarrassing that is? As humankind, and all they try to do is take some food on the cross. You see the bag in their hands. You couldn't even allow them to do that. Treat them like, you know what? But in the mission you send me to, I don't treat those people that way. When I go to Honduras, you just drunk my you know what there, and you tell me, okay, doc, you don't leave until you exhaust your medical supply. That's politics. That's politics. 30 days later, get soaking wet. That's when I'm coming back again, come home. But I got the American flag on my shoulder, proud to perform my duties. You have taken so much time away from my family. It's unreal. I see my son Bone. Next time I see him, he will walk it. Do you care? You sent me to war. My daughter caught hell. She had to fail her classes because think her dad gonna die. And her little classmates should tell her that. But she still managed to catch up. Do you know that? Do you know how I feel? Do you know when I wake up in the morning, if I don't stretch, if I don't hit the sauna, hot tub and so on, I can walk. Too many jumps. This body being beat. I got a fake knee right here. Bullet and this one here. Shoulder reconstructed. Those of you that's looking at me when I said about I can't smoke you, don't let that oppress you. Because what the mind can conceive, the body can achieve. Bring it on. I'm not looking for no sympathy. I'm just telling you how I feel. That's what I'm doing. I haven't asked you that question yet. It's coming along. I don't understand how you could ship me to all these countries and perform humanitarian duties, to include Iraq, all the ones you fought. And for my people to get over here after traveling 7 different countries, Chile, Brazil, on and on, Panama, to Mexico, finally make it over here, and you know how long you come through? Can't give me a break. I know what goes on around here because I leave. Hey, Mexico is right here next time to me by our own way. I'm not going to discuss Mexico, but we know. Then you treat them like, you know what? How do you think I feel? Put yourself in my shoe. Those of you who are so proud to be American. Now, after I tell you what I just told you here, you think you're more American than I am? Huh? Do you think you're more American than I am? Go ahead on, be a privileged kid, going to high school, college, and go ahead and get your job, move on, then you go ahead and have a drink, smoking Cuban cigar. It does not make you an American like you think. So when you point fingers, what have you contributed for your country? See? What have you done? I've gone to college too. Yeah. Highly educated. We're not going to discuss that. You notice I never articulate about what I do. That's for me to survive. Put that aside. I'm a human being. I'm a humankind. Why can you treat me that way? As a proud American soldier, I'm driving my car, which has Bronze Star plate in it, which tells you in the back, Special Forces. Do you think anyone cares about that when I'm in my Mercedes driving? All they see is I get called names. My family get called names. Why? And the people who call me names, I could tell you, I'm not better than all. But I take care of me though. Trust me. I wasn't born here. I'm more politically connected than a lot of you. I wasn't born here. I've accomplished more than a lot of you. I wasn't born here. I live better than a lot of you. Take it any way you want. I push trades in college to make it to college. I'm from gasoline in high school. That's why I'm saying that. But along with that, I donated 25 years of my life. It's not Dubois, not Jean-Baptiste Chicago and all this. Moi, Ernst Bernard. Be for my people. Je vous dormir. Now I have to say all that. There's the $1 million question. Why do you treat my people that way? And I'm looking, if you know Ernie and you care about my story, I'd like for you to share that. And hopefully, out of the 4,000 something that's following me, one of these political politicians will get the message and give me an answer. On Facebook, on WhatsApp, or call me. I've had the same phone number for the last 30-some odd years. It's troubling me. Why are you treating my people that way when you could go ahead and put 98,000 Afghans, which I fought the Taliban. You load up your airplane when someone was in the wing of the aircraft. Someone fell off. See how desperate they are to make it to America, to come and live the American dream? You don't think the Haitian folks got the same thing, same idea, same plan? Why do you treat them differently? Ask yourself that question. There was only 86 of them. What you do? You deported them, make them sign paperwork. What's the fairness in America? What's the fairness in this country? That's why my question is, why do you treat my people that way? When I'm proud, and I say it all the time, to be a Haitian American. So you calling me a hypocrite? You calling me a honky-tonk? So if you care about me, those of you listening, you contact your congressman. I've already contacted Henry Kreller. I've talked to the mayor. It's not on his level. So he guided me, which I love dearly, by the way. I got 2 phone calls. Nikki Ward, and it was this other one. But the thing that hits me hard, when you contact these people, there's always a donation in their site. But you got to ship my people back without giving them an opportunity. You tell me you cannot afford to pay a plane ticket for them. You tell me you cannot afford to send a word out, get their names, and televise it, just like you do CNN, all these stations, and hopefully someone they related to will make contact with them and they pay the plane ticket and make them there. You know why I'm so upset? In Grenada, the mission in there with Castro attacking the medical student at the medical place. So we're evacuating a medical student. True story. We couldn't put them on our aircraft. I, myself, recalled and tell some of them, go ahead and catch you a civilian flight, the government reimburse you. Little do you know, I was at the Jewish Community Center years later, after I retired, provided some care to some folks. And this lady approached me and she said, "Where's my money?" I said, "What money?" And she was being funny. And that's when she explained to me. So that tells me that I maintained the same look forever because it had been years that had happened. It's a small world we're living in. You're here today, gone tomorrow. This is what I will tell you before I let you go. Life is a revolving door. Whatever you do, you pay for it before you go. And if you don't pay for it, your kids pay for it. If your kids don't pay for it, your grandkids pay for it. That is the reason why I tell my kids, take the good things in me and dump the rest. That'll make you a better person. So, if you think you're living a good life and you don't care about the others, watch and see. I have trouble sleeping the last 2 nights knowing how I know how all y'all live with children. See, I know how y'all live. Go to work, make your money, and look forward to take the kids vacation to Disneyland, go skiing, and do all that. And the kids are raised that way. And it's good. Because I raised my kids the same way. Except I have consideration and care to be able to share my love and caring for others. See? Now, how do you feel watching these folks with their children and make it under the bridge? Now you turn around and put them on the airplane and dump them where they come from, where they struggle to. They left there for a reason. You turn around, boom. It's like you try to go ahead on and move from hell to purgatory before you make it to paradise, if you want to put it that way, with those religious folks, and then they make it to purgatory, and somebody snatch you up, push you right back into hell again. I want you to tell me how you feel when little Johnny can't wait to go out to Disneyland. How little Johnny and little Jenny can't wait to go on a fishing trip. When you have kids that's struggling, eating muds, the parents don't have a way to provide for them. Well, I myself, it hurt me to a point. I don't have your money, but I'm building a school in Haiti. And another school I was taking care of. They didn't want to change the name to my mother's name. I let them go. Gone. Because there's nobody willing to do that. But I have a school there. Building up. Kids all that yard. Why am I doing that? Because it's better to share than to compare. Because if you think that way, you never have to think about the word jealousy, nor envious. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. Because a lot of us are well-to-do kids. Never heard anybody like me talk that way. Never listened to anybody like me because they think it's expected to have the Porsches and the Mercedes and this and that, but they have to work for it. It's expected. Some of us work hard for it, though, and proud of it. I'm one of them. And again, why do you treat my people that way? Somebody please answer that. The corruption is so heavy, not only in Haiti, but in your own government. Now ask me why. Why is that the vice president, executive secretary, Haitian descent? Yeah. Why is that the chief of staff of the White House, a Haitian descent? Those two ladies, you go ahead and find out who they are. And then their people are struggling, hating. Tell me it's not politics. That's why they say politics is dirty business. That's why I'm not a politician. I call it the way it is. I know how to talk as a politician. I choose not to. I'm a Greenberg. I don't have to. That's why I call it the way it is. So those of you politicians that are listening, you got kids too. I know how much you love your kids. But try to have some love for the Haitian kids like your dog. Because I know how much you love your dog. Because I know how much I love my dog. I take it to the vet. I do all that. Take care of it. So imagine how I take care of my kids. That's what I'm trying to do. Why don't you go ahead and do the same? Join me as a family, as a human being, as part of humankind. You know, we all have a conscience. But some of us live and die without that conscience being ignited. There's no switch. I just hope tonight I have ignited a lot of your conscience that's in power and overlooked. You only care about yourself, not others. Sadly, the people put you there. You didn't get there back then. I know that. I know that. Find it inside of you. Don't let politics involve. Okay? Don't let politics involve. Otherwise, you wouldn't have Republican and Democrat. That's politics. Put that aside. Be a human being. When I picked up this kid in Iraq, I didn't see him as Iraqi. I see him as a human kid. When I see this kid that been shot and dead, I'm doing the head count. He looks just like my son. You think he knows why he got shot, why he got killed? A politician caused that to happen. And we patriotically driven as soldiers. Not everybody can be one. And we'll make the sacrifice to do that. We're not asking for pity. We're not asking for sympathy. We're asking for you to show some love and caring for what we have done for America. I don't want to take any more of your time, because I know for the last hour I've been talking, I've got to go ahead. I've got to lighten up that switch in your conscience. So I don't need to say any more. But I'm pleased to know that I'm the guy that ignited your conscience. Because a lot of us don't know. A lot of kids don't know that kids go without eating, without food. Please, I'm asking you. Not as a human being, but as a combat veteran. Because some of us don't understand the human being side. But I'm sure you'll understand the combat veteran side. Because this is what America is. On that note, I want you to share that video until someone higher get the message. I hope President Biden watched this video, ask me why his son was a soldier. Yeah. His son was a soldier. But his son is no different than me, other than his pigmentation. And I could honestly tell you, put my record right there, his son has not done as much as I've done. I could tell you that. I could tell you that. I don't think he's been captured, but we're not going to go there. Please do the right thing. Help my people. And stop willing us, telling you who to be, who to do, who's to go here and there, this and that and the other. You know. But you're still democracy, but you're still applying dictatorship. Knowingly or unknowingly. Please do the right thing. And those ladies that are listening, I know you got one of your friends, her husband is a congressman or senators and this and that, somebody related. Share that. Tell him you listen to Ernie and you can feel his pain. And if you know me, say, hey, I know Ernie. And if you don't know me, look on my page. I'll give you a little bit. On that note, I want you to know, despite of it all, from the bottom of my heart, I love y'all. Ask me why. We're all part of the humankind. Take it from me. It's quality of the human race. Now, why do I call myself Squally of the human race? What's my mission here? I don't know my mother. Before she passed, my last breath, rolled me in a towel, hand me to my grandmother, and said, take care of me, be somebody today. That somebody is who's talking to you right now, telling you how he feels. My grandmother died at the age of 12. My father had married 4 times. So what should I tell you? I've got sisters, siblings I ain't know. Don't care too. But that's who I am. Why am I the way I am? That's a question you need to ask yourself. I'm not asking you for anything. I've got everything I want. Trust me. I'm asking you to give some love and caring. This is the way I am with kids. Please. Let it be in your conscience. Don't look at yourself as a Republican, as a Democrat. So this guy right here, I voted as Democrat, Republican, as I said, it all depends who I feel. Because I don't rely on the government for anything. I told you, I don't even have a VA card. I'm a hard-working man.
a hard, proud working man, a proud Haitian man, a proud Haitian American. Like I've told a lot of you, I'm more American than you dream to be. I wonder why. Feel me, feel my pain. Do the right thing. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the world.